I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and you are listening to episode 1105 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. By the way, if you want to listen to this show on the web, use the link nobsjobsearchadvice.com, and it's going to take you to the host site for this show, which is Blog Talk Radio. And today's show answers a question that I'm asked pretty regularly. Should I apply for a job through my LinkedIn profile or submit a resume? Hope you find this show helpful. Please give it 5 stars on iTunes or Stitcher. It helps other people discover the show. And if you'd like to connect with me on LinkedIn, send a connection request to me at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Now let's get going. And I was asked a question that translates into, should I apply to jobs with my LinkedIn profile or submit a resume? Now, when I've spoken about how the job market works these days, what I've said in the past is really very simple, and I think it applies here as well. Resumes are for when you are hunting. LinkedIn profiles are for when you are the hunted. And I want to explain why, which I normally don't go into. The reason is your profile is going to be pretty static. After all, if you submit the same profile with a couple of tweaks for every job, by the time someone gets to the profile, it may be different than what you submitted because you're tweaking it for each submission. So LinkedIn is not delivering a static profile. They're really delivering, the most current iteration of it. So the problem comes down to that by having one profile, you're not necessarily addressing that which the hiring firm is interested in. It's kind of like having a standard resume and submitting it everywhere. The broken watch is right twice a day, right? Well, your LinkedIn profile is going to be right some of the time, but a lot more could go into it. For example, when you look at a profile, there are things that relate to your background that may be highlighted in PowerPoints that you link there, or a video, or an article that you're connected to, that someone's not necessarily going to see because they're going to look at the standard resume kind of stuff, right? That's the initial place. And, the real issue comes down to a resume is a document that can be tweaked. And as a result, you can tailor it to demonstrate more of a fit than your profile can. So I would encourage you that instead of submitting your profile, submit a resume, a tailored resume, not this same generic resume over and over again. If you're going to do that, you might as well send your profile, which isn't really ideal even from the employer's perspective unless you release information about how to contact you. Some people don't do that, and I remember getting profiles sent to me that were so frustrating. I had to message them back through the LinkedIn system, and it just takes too much time. I want to call people and get going with it, not act like a clerk where we're sending stuff to the government. You know what I mean? So to me, if you're applying, that's you being active. And for you to be active, you're better off using a resume so that you can tailor it to what a firm is looking for, rather than submitting the same LinkedIn profile over and over again. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, here are a few ways to engage with me. First of all, I just want to start by saying that I no longer do recruiting. I coach people to perform at a high level. So again, I no longer do recruiting. But if you visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, and look at the tabs on the top, you'll see a menu of choices available to you. First of all, you can hire me to do a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, help you with a salary negotiation, answer your questions about your job search, advise you about a decision you have to make about a job offer. Those are all there as an option. I can do a job search makeover with you where we critique everything you've been doing in your search up until that point and come up with alternatives. If you're relatively early in your search, we can do a complete coaching program where I work with you from beginning to end in half-hour increments so it doesn't have to take a lot of time for each session. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from folks who like it and are interested in my help. Again, linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. You can take my classes on Skillshare too and become a premium member for 99 cents for the first few months. I have a link in the show notes. Just follow that link, sign up, take my classes. Lastly, I want to mention to you, you can find a lot of information at thebiggamehunter.us, and at times it may seem like it's too much. So you can look at the best of my material at jobsearchcoachinghq.com, where I've curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. Again, that's jobsearchcoachinghq.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Take care.
Panera now delivers, so you can order good, clean food right to your office, or door, or porch, or backyard, or front yard, or apartment, or dorm, or castle, or shop, or worksite, or wherever Panera delivers. For lunch, dinner, and everywhere in between. Click the banner to order or visit PaneraBread.com. Participating locations only. Panera. Food as it should be. Panera now delivers, so you can order good, clean food right to your office, or door, or porch, or backyard, or front yard, or apartment, or dorm, or castle, or shop, or worksite, or wherever Panera delivers. For lunch, dinner, and everywhere in between. Click the banner to order or visit PaneraBread.com. Participating locations only. Panera. Food as it should be.